Okay, so let's say you want to make a Google escape room. I like to do this using Google Sites. So the untitled site, I would say, let's just call it escape. And then we'll say, break out of this room. This is where you want to give some exposition. So create a text box. I like to use big text. It's like, we are stuck in a room. We have to solve all of the clues in order to get out. And then from here, you can do all kinds of stuff. So I like to have 3 or 4 different places the kids have to go in order to escape. And so I like to add that in the form of pages. So if you go over to this tab and add a new page, you can say room 1, room 2, 3. We'll just say 3. And so what this does is it creates 3 little pages within your main page. So on this first page, I like to give the scenario, and I like to put my Google form for all of my final codes. We'll get back to that in a minute. But let's start setting up our first room, because once you have a scenario, yours should be more in-depth and more fun than that. But since this is just an example, this is what I have for you. So let's go to room 1. And just like with the other page, we want to give a small scenario. Now, this is room 1. There is a clue sheet in here that you have to complete in order to escape. Now, this is where we want to use our Google form that we made in the last screencast. So I like to go to my drive. I have it in this folder, escape room. And then I can click on it and add it directly into the room. And so now what the kids can do is engage with the Google form. So they can open it up. It takes them. They answer the questions. And we've already covered that. Now, here's the thing about this. Let's say in your head, that's too easy. You don't just want to give them the clue sheet. You want them to have to struggle a little bit, like in an escape room, because sometimes there's a clue hidden inside of a book or on the wall in a black light. You can do a couple of fun things with that. One of the things that I like to do is I like to hyperlink certain texts, and then I would just paste in the Google form link that way. And a lot of the times kids will look at it and go, man, what am I supposed to do? And then they'll click on it and realize, oh, that's how I get to the Google form. And so that is the basics of how you set that up. Now, there's all kinds of bells and whistles you can put on a Google site. You can add images. You can mess with the text. You can add all kinds of embed codes. You can change the layout. You can even add backgrounds, so add an emphasis, or you can upload your own image. So let's say I want to use this picture of Johnny Cash that I have for some reason. I now have that as a background. It's not a very good one, but it's there. And if you always want to see more of your picture, you can always just try to make the box bigger. So now I have all that empty space, but you can see Johnny Cash. So those are some basic things that you can do with Google Site. I will show you in the next screencast some other fun things you can do with Google to embed into your Google Site to make it a little bit more challenging.